This is our Ashtanga yoga practice, so a little more challenging, but also very simple, something we can pretty straightforward. So we hold poses for about 5 breaths. We'll do some sun salutations, and we'll start feeling awesome. So let's stand on up. And coming to usually the top of your mat, or you can be off of your mat for a little while. Take your hands to your heart, and if it's more stable for you, take your feet about hip distance. Sometimes in the morning that's helpful. Otherwise, big toes can touch, or just finding that good stance where you feel grounded. Toes spread, then press down. Hands connect to your heart, shoulders back. Close the eyes or look down. Trying to stand up a little taller. Start to notice your breath. In and out through the nose. And as you exhale, put a slight constriction in the back of the throat to create some heat, a little more awareness towards that breath. Do a quick little body scan, noticing if there's any areas of tightness, soreness, or areas we need to take care of today. Knowing that at any time you can back off, take a break, take an extra breath, grab a drink of water, and feel a little better. So we'll begin with also an optional Om, so you can join me if you would like, otherwise listen along. So first we take a deep breath in and let that go. And next one for sound. Inhale. Om. And we begin with sun salutation A. Hands come down next to your sides. Inhale, reach up, overhead, connect the hands at the top. Exhale, dive down into your forward folds. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins or hands on the ground. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank pose. Lowering to chaturanga from the knees or the toes, elbows hug in, chest comes forward, gazes at the top of the mat. Upward dog, slide the shoulders back, lift the heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. And we find 5 breaths in this first down dog and all the next down dogs too. 5 deep breaths with each down dog feeling a little more comfortable, maybe a little more fatigued. If that's the case, you can always come down to your knees to try out child's pose for a couple breaths. So stay in that down dog. Two more deep breaths. You should hear that breath like an ocean wave. You're at the end of that last exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold to half lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms open, reach up, and then let it go. Hands by your side or to your heart, just standing in a tall position, mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep those arms to the sky. Connect the hands, look up. Fingertips touch, hands touch. Exhale, forward fold, open the arms, dive down. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. So you step or jump back, landing with lowered elbows or bent elbows, lowering the body. Up dog, inhale. Keep that core strength activated, downward facing dog, exhale. One. Two, spread the fingers wide, heels press out, slightly out and down. 3. 4. 5. Take it forward, jump or hop or step. into your half lift, forward fold. Looking just at the top of the mat, lengthen, then fold down a little deeper. Rise up tall, inhale, reach up. And bring it down, Samastitihi, or hands to your heart. Good, inhale, arms out and up. We'll do one more sun salutation A. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, chaturanga, or jump back. Up dog, inhale. Look down, lift the hips, downward facing dog, rolling over the toes whenever appropriate. 5 breaths in this lovely down dog. So in this practice, in this class, I hope that we find some stillness. And it gets a little uncomfortable, not just physically, but by having to stay in the pose a little longer than you necessarily want to. And know that as long as we're breathing through it, bring that focus back to the breath, we're in a good place. I lost count, but let's do one more deep breath. At the end of the exhale, bend the knees, step or hop forward. Forward fold to half lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold deeper. Inhale, rise up, arms open, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Chair pose, sun salutation B. We'll do 2 of them. Bend the knees, circle those arms up. Chair pose, Uttanasana. Hands connect at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come forward and down. Legs straighten. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Step or hop back. Lower down. Elbows to 90 degrees in the bend. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's pause here. Take a deep breath. You can lift the right leg if you'd like to. Exhale, step that foot between the hands. Back heel spins down, warrior 1. 1 breath to reach up. Connect, look up. Bend into the right knee. Exhale, hands to the floor. Chaturanga, keep exhaling. Step back, lower down. It's a long breath to get there. If you need an extra one, that's okay. Downward facing dog, meet there. Lift the left leg this time, inhale. Step between the hands, low lunge, exhale. Back heel down, warrior 1. Hands to the ground, step back. Chaturanga, low push up, tricep push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, exhale. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Take it forward to your half lift. Step or jump forward. Lengthen the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Just kidding. Bend the knees, hands to your heart, chair pose. I'll do that first. And then reach up, why not? There's an extra little chair pose there, hands to your sides. Whips, bend the knees, reach up. Let's go back to chair pose. Connect the hands, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Plant the hands, step or jump to plank, lowering down as you continue to exhale. We can do cobra pose or upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take another inhale, hold here. Maybe without lifting the leg first. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Warrior one, reach up. Exhale to the ground, stepping back into chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Deep breath in, press the heels down. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Warrior one, reach up. A little balance going on there. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, chaturanga. Up dog. And our downward facing dog. Last down dog, holding for 3 or 5 breaths. Trying to maybe lift that tailbone a little higher. Feel the calves, the hamstrings. Engage the quads, the fronts of the legs. So you start to feel that nice long stretch in the back of the legs. And for the upper body, press the fingertips down, specifically in the L shape of index finger and thumb. Hug those elbows in, meaning try to point them down towards the mat, releasing the tension you feel maybe near the neck and shoulders. And on your next exhale, at the end of it, step or hop forward. Half lift in that forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Reach up. Bend knees, chair pose, release it. Hands come down. Wherever, let's take the hands on the hips. Jump it, hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, grab your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Half lift, inhale. Then pull it down and through. Maybe nose, trying to get in between the knees. Press through the outer edges of the feet. Relax the neck a little more, maybe shake it out. Good, and release this by lifting up halfway. Hold there. Exhale, a little bend in the knees as you take your hands on your hips. Inhale, rise up, and then jump your feet in. This is where you'll have to listen because I'm not going to be facing the same way. So the right foot, right foot, steps back. Triangle pose to the back of your mat. So point the right toes to the back of the mat. Left heel towards the front of your mat. Reach your arms long and slide that right hand down the leg, that right leg. Couple hip pops, maybe. So you can take a look at your left toes too. Make sure they're facing a little more forward than they are back. Then look up towards the left hand. If it bothers your neck, we're looking down towards the right hand. Find balance. A lot of our standing poses, even on 2 feet, are balance poses. Good, rising back up, lift up, switch sides, pivot, simple pivot in the feet. Reach that left hand long, slide that down. Right arm reaching up. Roll the right shoulder back, lengthen through both sides of the waist. Left hand just places appropriately anywhere down the leg, the floor, or pulling up on the big toe. Good, rising up, inhale. Going to the back of the room again for a twist. So pivot in the feet. You might take the hands on the hips and heel toe that right foot a little more outside, towards the outside edge of the mat. Not in the middle. Left hand reaching to the back, and then take the left hand to the outside of that right leg. Twist in the body, stack the right shoulder over the left, and reach up with that right hand. Now, if we need a little bit more space here, less twist, then you take your bottom hand on the inside of the foot. That can just help a little bit. And make sure you're lengthening that arm way up. So you're reaching actively. Lengthen the crown of the head forward, right hand to the sky, stable in the feet. Good, and then rise up, bending that left knee, reach, rise, windmill effect. Switch sides, pivot to the front. You can place the hands on the hips again, adjust the feet, heel toe the left foot out to the side. Reach that right hand long, slide it down the leg, and then start to turn in that body. Last thing you're doing is stacking the shoulders and reaching that left arm. And rise up, lifting as you inhale. And step to the top of the mat. Because we didn't do all the sun salutations, we do a couple in between. So reach up, inhale, connect those hands, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, step back, jump back, lower down. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right away, step or hop forward. Boom, half lift. No holding in for 5 breaths there. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up, open those arms, reach up. Hands come down. Step the right foot back again, this time into our side angle post, turning to the back of your mat. Bend that right knee. Your feet are a little wider than they were before. Bend the right knee. Reach long with that right arm. Take the hand to the outside of the foot. Outside, edge. Yeah, looks like this. There you go. Extend the left arm forward. Palm facing down. And if at all the hand to the outside, if your palm's trying to press down, that's a bit much for holding that breath or steady breath. Just take the elbow to the thigh. Great place to be. Good, rising back up. You can make a little loop with that left arm, lift up. Pivot, switch sides. Bend the left knee. Reach forward, lean forward. Hand to the outside or elbow to the thigh. Extend through that left arm. And the right arm too. Palm facing down. Try to roll the shoulder, right shoulder, the top shoulder back so you're opening up the heart. And I forgot to turn up the heat today, so we are building our own heat in this practice. And then take it back up, inhale, rise up. Turn to the back of your mat, right foot pointing to the back. Take the left knee down to the floor. There you go, just to start with. Left elbow hooks over the right leg for your twist. So we can do a lunge twist, pressing the hands in prayer position. Good, lunge twist. And if that's feeling comfortable-ish, tuck the back toes and lift that back knee off the ground. Adding as many elements or variations as you would like. We can open the arms or stay with the hands in prayer. There's other places you can place the arms too. But the base of this pose is a lunge and a twist, and that's what we're going for. Good, switching sides. We have to lift up, hopefully slow breath, lift up. Star position, pivot through that. Take the right knee down. Left heel is in front of you, knee over ankle. Right elbow goes over the leg. Try to close that gap between the shoulder and the knee. Palms press. And notice if you'd like to lift the back knee or just lighten the back knee off the floor a little bit. We can always go back and forth and finding what works with our breath pace. Let's see if we can breathe deeper into the belly, even though we're twisted up down there. Open arms or prayer arms. And rising back up, you can tuck the back toes under if your knee's on the ground. Use your hands to help you up. Rise to that star position and step forward. Go. Reach those arms up. Inhale, connect the hands, mountain pose, extended. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, step or hop back, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhaling to downward facing dog. And step or hop forward right away, finishing up that exhale. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up tall, inhale, mountain pose. Hands come down. Right foot goes back again, but we parallel the feet towards one another, toes to the outside edge of the mat, facing that wall. One on your right. Hands on your hips, roll the shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, wide forward fold, palms towards the ground, forehead towards the floor. Hands and elbows and arms and more chaturanga-like arms for this variation. See if we can lift a little more through that tailbone, tilting the pelvis so the belly's coming down, forehead towards the ground, of course. Relax the shoulders, shake out the head. Okay, lift up halfway, inhale. Pause, exhale. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lift up. Hold there, exhale. Reach those arms long. We'll do one more variation. Hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Palms pressed together. Squeeze the shoulders, look up. Inhale. The exhale brings you down. Forward fold, hands connected. And then rise up, inhale. Release the hands and step forward. Again, I'm gonna face this way just to make it easier. Right foot steps back, not as far this time. Turn to the back of the room, going for pyramid pose. So the hands in reverse prayer behind your back, or hands grab the wrists. Pyramid pose, straight legs, lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold down over the right leg. It can be easy and tempting to hunch the shoulders forward, especially as you fold, so you get more space in the back and get lower. But instead, let's try to really draw the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. And you'll find less fold, but more, a pose that's better for your posture. better for energy flow. And since we're here, we're going to add a little bit on, working balance today. Bend into that right knee, lengthen, lift up just a little bit, bend into the right knee and pick up the back foot. Left foot lifts to warrior three. We'll only be here for a couple of breaths. Hello, right leg activation. And slowly lower that back foot down to the ground. Lift your upper body, rise, pivot to the front. Keep the hands as they are. If we need to do a little bit of a release there, or grab the wrists instead of reverse prayer, that works. Lean forward on an exhale, pyramid pose. Chest expanding, shoulders squeezing behind you. Crown of the head lengthening forward. Good, lifting up about halfway or so, bend into the left knee. Lift that back leg off of the ground. Lengthen through both legs, press through the back heel. And lower that back foot down, rise up, open the arms, shake it out, step forward. And hold there for a moment, hands to your heart. Take a couple deep breaths. And always forgetting to get rid of this clock. There we go. Ready for some more balance poses? All right, let's take your hands down. Find yourself grounded. I'm gonna head into the simple one. It's called tree pose. Whoa. So left foot stays down. Left foot, there you go. Right heel goes into the ankle. Knee turns out. Now rise, lifting that right leg to a place, feels okay, avoiding the knee. So the right knee turns out, hips forward. Feel the squeeze, back of the leg, the glutes. You're gonna even go up to the inner thigh. So we'll take those arms and reach out wide. Palms face down, so like warrior two arms. And the gaze looks over the left fingertips, opposite from that knee that's out to the side. Keep working to get the hips forward, right knee back, shoulders soft. And then flip the palms, reach up, look up. You might press the palms together or keep them apart. Both are great variations. And we'll stay on this left leg just a little longer. Release the hands down to your sides. Take the right foot, it could be wherever it is, ankle over the knee, hips. Or we go half lotus and we just hold. So you might bend the knee a little bit to help that figure four variation. I know that left ankle's already feeling a little worked. It's just a way to get into some hip rotation. Okay, then release that foot down to the ground. Give your left ankle a little roly-poly shake. Whew. And we move to the other side. Right foot down, left foot to the inner leg. Work it up the leg, avoiding the knee. Arms reach out to the side. Really lengthen them and look over past your right fingertips. Let's flip the palms. Reach up, look up, either press the hands or keep them open. Try not to talk too much when we actually hold the balance. It's easier to stay focused with the breath, the gaze, core strength. Really feel what's going on, what's happening in the legs. Pressing down through the toes, especially that big toe. Balance is the 2020 is not the year of balance in any regard. You bring the hands down by your side. And we'll take that foot either ankle to knee or up in that half lotus position, trying to get the knee to point down. Just hold on to the leg and feel that rotation. And this is the last balance pose we have. We just did that little series. Moving on. Good, so then we release that leg. Give the other ankle a little shake or both legs. Give them little wiggles, little massage pounds. All right. Feet to the top of the mat. Reach up, inhale. Hands connect. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, take it back. Plank, lowering down, keep exhaling. Upward dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take a deep breath here in down dog. And then step the right foot forward. Back heel down, warrior one. Reach those arms up, connect them at the top. Bend deep into that right knee. Soften the shoulders. Look up. We've got blade hands here, so the fingers connect, hands and palms connect. That creates this nice energy channel going straight up the body. And keep looking up. We'll pivot to the back of the room, straighten the right leg, turn to the left, and turn so that the left foot, heel toes out a little bit, and you bend into the left knee for warrior one. Other side. You bring the hands down to your heart. Heel toe the left foot back to the middle a little bit more. Open up those arms, open the hips for warrior two. You might even heel toe the right foot a little farther back. Hips open to the right side of where you are. Shoulders soft, reach long, and gaze over the left fingertips, just like we did in our tree pose. This is where we're cultivating strength and confidence in these standing poses and warrior poses specifically. Good, switching sides, straighten that front leg. It's just a pivot now on the heels. Adjust, well, this feet should be in a straight line. Shoulders, soft shoulders, keep reaching. Just make sure to stack the shoulders over the hips. It's a good alignment cue. And then lean forward, reach forward, hands come down to the floor, step that right foot back. Chaturanga, up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Seated poses. Finally, bend the knees, jump through, step through, sit down. Cross the legs, sit back. Nice one. Legs extended forward, feet together, staff pose. So first, hands next to your sides, roll the shoulders back, press down, tuck the chin just slightly, knees down. And just feel this length, trying to lift through the crown of the head even more, press through the heels. Your heels might even lift off the ground. Okay, then if the heels are lifted, let's just place them down gently. Reach up as you inhale. Hinge forward, exhale, find the feet to the toes. You might even roll the inner thighs a little more in. Or even rocking side to side can help ease you into these kinds of poses. Just lets your body know it's safe, it's okay. That rocking motion, very calming, soothing. Exhale. Good. Lifting back up, so we're not going to hold there for multiple times. Let's bring it to the next pose. Hands behind you, toes point. Fingers can be either turned out slightly or towards the heels. Press into the hands to lift the hips, reverse plank. If this ever bothers the knees, please bend them. It's a safe variation. 5 breaths. Good, and lower back down. Cross the ankles, roll forward, step back, lower into chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. And these vinyasas, you are welcome to skip and just work in trying to like lift your body. I'll show you that in a moment. Step or hop forward again to that seated pose. It's a big transition going back and forth like that many times. So the option instead is to hold here and press, just lift the booty up, hold it. Feet can be up or down. Anyway, legs forward. Let's take the right foot, right knee, right foot, bend it into the inner thigh. This little hip opening here. Turn towards that left leg, reach up, extend forward over the left leg, knee, foot. Right, rise up, take that right knee, lift it, then grab the ankle. And if this is tough on the knee, then stay in the pose we were just in. Otherwise, take the foot back behind, roll the calf away, sit down, right hip sits down. Good, turn over that left leg again and walk it forward. You can keep the hands on the floor to help balance you. There's a tendency to lean to the side or reach for the toes. Good, and lift back up. Switch sides. Right leg goes forward. Left knee bends, foot to the inner thigh first for Uttanasana, head to knee pose. Reach up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the right leg, extend it. Lifting back up slowly. Lift the left knee, grab the ankle, pull it back, knee pointed forward, roll the calf away from the thigh, sit down left side, presses down, equal, both right and left. Reach up, reach forward or crawl the fingertips forward. Okay, walk it back up. Keep your leg as it is. Try this. Hands down, lift, slide that right leg in. Take it back. Whoa. Slippery, watch out for that. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Coming through again. Last thing we do seated, step or hop through to sit down. Legs lift, boat pose. Knees can bend, knees can straighten. We'll do 3 for 5 breaths. A little core shakiness going on. Cross the ankles. Try to keep the feet lifted, knees come in. Maybe, maybe not, maybe toes down. Lift off the ground. And that's it, just a moment. Lift back to boat pose. Yeah, I think this whole year, every time coming to class, I'll be like, well, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. It's too long in between, but we'll get to the point where we can have 3-4 classes a day. Cross the ankles again, pull it in, lift. Strong exhale. One more time, one more boat pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, chest lifts higher. 1, ankles cross whichever way. Roll it forward, step back, chaturanga, hold an up dog. Hold an up dog. Look right and left. Dip the hips down, right side, left side. And now look down, straight down. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Onto our backs. So we get to jump, step, or walk forward again. Cross the ankles, sit back. Roll to the ground. So, shoulder blades down. Let's turn those off. Then take those knees, hug them into your body for a moment as you rock side to side. Place the feet down to the floor about hip distance. Palms down to lift the hips. Squeeze those shoulders together, bridge pose. And we will do one more back bend option, 1 or 2, haven't decided yet. The bridge pose is a great place to come back to second time around, or we'll switch it up. Lower down slowly, hips down, lower back down. And take a moment to pause in a neutral position. Sometimes, for some, it's hugging the knees or rocking the knees side to side. So by now, if we're pretty well warmed up and we were wanting to try wheel pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana, taking it up a level or a notch from bridge pose. Flip the hands under the shoulders, elbows point to the sky, press into the hands and the feet to lengthen the arms and legs into a back bend. Heart still pressing to the back of the room towards your gaze. Or bridge pose is also still there for us. Wherever you are, toes point forward, trying to keep them hip distance. And slowly lower that one down. Take a little break. We will do one more, I've decided. If you're on the ground already. A few releasing breaths. Good, one more time, bridge pose, and we can go back down to bridge pose, or one more variation in wheel pose. Press into the feet and the hands, at least into the feet, lifting the hips, the back, squeezing the shoulders together. And then bring that down wherever you are. And hug your knees even closer. In fact, we're going to roll, sit up again, roll up, long legs, one more forward fold. Legs straight, reach forward. Not into the most extreme version of our forward fold, just one that you feel the back start to re-lengthen, the opposite of what we just did. And then like a slow turtle or a snail, roll yourself up and back down to the floor. When you get there, legs will go straight up above the hips. Legs up the wall or shoulder stand variations, just an inversion that suits your practice today. So if heading to shoulder stand, you'd press into the elbows, lift the hips over the shoulders, hands to the lower back. Just allowing that blood flow to circulate. Breath coming in naturally. And if you're in shoulder stand or would like to head to plow pose from legs up the wall, feet then go behind you towards the ground. Press through the heels, the backs of the knees, towards the sky. And we slowly roll it down, bending the knees, roll down, or find a place where you can hug the knees in. Extend the left leg forward and down. Keep the right knee close to you. Just like a simple twist here. So take that right leg across the body. Take the left hip under the right. So you might lift a little bit in that pelvis area to twist it. Good. Bring the leg back up to the center. Give it a nice squeeze in. Switch sides. Left knee in. Right leg extended. And exhale as you take the leg across your body. Tucking that right hip under the left. Looking away from the legs. Okay, bring that leg back up to the top. Give both knees a little squeeze in. Grab the feet for happy baby, or whatever feels nice. Adding any other poses that you feel your practice needs to finish out before Shavasana or relaxation. And by the way, for those of you in the studio, you're welcome to go back and grab a blanket if you would like to. They're all clean, if it would be more cozy for your Shavasana. It's just an option. And then as we prepare for Shavasana, going to simply find a place that feels totally relaxing. Close the eyes, let the feet fall open, hands rest by your sides. And take this time to practice just simply being in this moment with you, your breath, relaxed body, absorbing the energy, the lightness, the flexibility, the strength with each inhale, and letting go of that which is no longer serving us with each exhale. Right, slowly start to take a deeper breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate the ankles or wrists. And rock your head side to side. And slowly start to creep those arms over your head to reach long. Bend your knees, placing the feet on the floor. And then roll onto your side. You can pick a side. And just pause there, the sideline pose, the transition pose from practice to life. Right, and gently press back up to your seated pose. And here we are, once again. Just sit up tall, keeping either those eyes closed or looking down. Then place your hands together, take them to your hearts. And as we begin our practice, we'll finish in a similar way with an Om as an option to join. So first, take this deep breath, press the thumbs to the heart. Let that breath go, exhale. Next one, we Om. Take an inhale. Om. And bowing the chin. Sealing in thoughts of gratitude, appreciation, and love. Thank you so much for joining in this Saturday morning practice. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.